Welcome to the City of Glass, the history of Rose Hill Nurseries. My name is Andi Stix. I'm the writer and the curator. This was coordinated by Barbara Davis, the city historian. Panel displays by Susan Nagib, and this was sponsored by the New Rochelle Council on the Arts. Once known as the City of Glass in the late 19th century, New Rochelle was home to a thriving horticultural empire, filled with sprawling greenhouses and vibrant gardens. This legacy, preserved in the history of Rose Hill Nurseries, tells the remarkable story of innovation, resilience, and a lasting impact on horticulture. In 1985, while gardening at our newly purchased home on Rose Hill Avenue, our family uncovered countless shards of glass in the soil. Curiosity sparked a quest for answers. Research revealed that the property once housed a vast network of 68 greenhouses. They were part of a flourishing nursery business established by Henry Siebrecht, a visionary German immigrant. Henry Siebrecht's journey began with humble roots, arriving in the United States in 1866 with just $11. His expertise in botany and talent for floral design quickly established him as a leading florist in Manhattan, catering to the city's elite with rare plants and intricate arrangements. Partnering with Charles Wadley, Siebrecht expanded his business supplying lilies, orchids, and ornamental plants to prominent figures and events. Henry Siebrecht's decision to purchase land in New Rochelle was driven by a decision to expand his horticultural endeavors in a region ideally suited for agriculture. Our fertile soil and thriving agricultural community offer the perfect conditions for his nursery business to flourish. Historical records revealed that the area had been known for its rich agricultural heritage since the 1860s, particularly for cultivating blackberries, raspberries, and pears. New Rochelle's strong German community also played a pivotal role in Siebrecht's choice. As a German immigrant, this network provided cultural familiarity and support, helping him integrate and succeed. Furthermore, the property's historical lineage added to its appeal. Previously owned by prominent Huguenot families like the renowned Secourts, the land had a storied past, including its location along the original road to White Plains. The transition of ownership to Siebrecht's family marked a new chapter in this land's legacy. The expansion of the nursery coincided with Henry Siebrecht's son, Henry Jr., joining the family business, forming Siebrecht & Son. This partnership propelled the business to new heights, attracting an impressive clientele that included industrial titans such as Andrew Carnegie, J.P. Morgan, Thomas Edison, as well as notable figures like Ulysses S. Grant and P.T. Barnum. In 1878, property records document a deed transferred from Kimball to Wadley, listing their sons, Henry Siebrecht Jr. and Albert Wadley, as key figures. As the nursery grew in reputation and scale, Henry Sr., now a father of 5 sons and 1 daughter, constructed a grand mansion at the property's entrance. This stately residence was both a personal home and a symbol of the family's success, showcasing their achievements to clients and visitors alike. The Siebrecht's family prosperity paralleled the development of New Rochelle as a vibrant social and cultural hub. John H. Storing's Glen Island Summer Resort was a prime example, offering attractions such as beaches, gardens, beer gardens, pavilions, bridle paths, a zoo, an aviary, and even a miniature steam train. The flourishing community complemented the Siebrecht's vision of creating a horticultural haven. Today, only the 1050 North Avenue home and gazebo remain, preserving the legacy of this historic nursery. While Henry Jr.'s residence, including the carriage house, was replaced, the 1050 North Avenue home, built circa 1870, still stands and is recognized by the National Register of Cultural Resources for its architectural significance. This structure is an excellent example of French Second Empire architecture. The property also included a stable that housed over 30 horses. some of which were champion thoroughbreds, like Harry Clay and Lady Brighton. These details underscore the grandeur of the Siebrecht estate and its role as a cornerstone of New Rochelle's rich history. Through these preserved buildings and stories, the Siebrecht family's contributions to horticulture and community remain an integral part of the area's cultural heritage. The growth of Rose Hill Nurseries was marked by significant changes in leadership and infrastructure. As Henry Siebrecht Jr. took on a larger role in the business, the involvement of the Wadley family gradually diminished, allowing the company to consolidate its identity as Siebrecht and Son. This transition signaled the firm's rise as a prominent name in horticulture. Expansion continued westward, with notable additions to the property, including towering coal structures that supported the growing enterprise. One of the defining features of Rose Hill Nurseries was its vast network of greenhouses. A 1911 map, along with a registration card from the renowned Lord & Burnham Company, reveals the extensive glass structures that stretched across Webster Avenue. F.J. Logan, writing for the Standard Star in 1970, recalled the breathtaking sight, describing it as a city of glass as far as the eye could see. Beyond the Webster Avenue property, Henry Siebrecht Sr. expanded further by acquiring additional land for his sons. Henry Jr. remained central to the nursery's operations, while another son, William, joined the enterprise, establishing a home at 67 Bonnier Avenue and fortifying the company's presence at their Madison Avenue shop in Manhattan. The company's growth and transformation can be traced through its catalogs, which reveal its branding evolution. Initially called Rose Hill Nursery, the name transitioned to the plural form, Rose Hill Nurseries, before ultimately rebranding as Siebrecht & Son between 1894 and 1897. This final change reflected the increasing influence of Henry Jr. in the business. The catalogs also showcased the company's diverse offerings, which went far beyond plants, specializing in a wide variety of palms, roses, orchids, and ferns. The nursery catered to an elite clientele seeking elegance for their backyard gatherings. They marketed not only horticultural products, but also sophisticated outdoor furniture, gazebos, and decorative bridges. Under Siebrecht's visionary leadership, Rose Hill Nurseries expanded its reach to new heights, establishing itself as a pioneer in botanical exploration. By 1866, the nursery's reputation had flourished, attracting notable patrons such as Jabez C. Knight, a former mayor of Providence, Rhode Island. This led to the acquisition of a new property in Newport, Rhode Island, further cementing the nursery's influence in the Northeast region. Siebrecht's ambitions were not confined to the United States. He embarked on 3 expeditions to Trinidad, where he sourced a variety of exotic plants. These efforts culminated in the opening of Rose Hill's 3rd location in 1894, a nursery dedicated to showcasing and cultivating tropical flora. What set Rose Hill apart was its commitment to diversity and innovation. The nursery deployed plant scouts to seek out rare botanical specimens from around the world. These scouts often braved harsh conditions and dangerous diseases such as smallpox, measles, chickenpox, to bring back unique treasures that enrich Rose Hill's nurseries. The gardens of Rose Hill Nurseries were known for their vibrant displays, enchanting visitors with their stunning array of roses, ferns, and rare orchids. Among the prized roses cultivated at the nursery were the Gruß an Teplitz, the Frau Karl Druschi, and the Belle Siebrecht, a variety named after Siebrecht's daughter Isabel. Orchids, particularly those cultivated in the 1880s, were another hallmark of the nursery. These exotic flowers were grown in 2 distinct styles: terrestrial orchids, rooted in soil, and epiphytic orchids, which anchored themselves to trees, rocks, and other plants. The fascination with these rare blooms reached its peak in 1891, when Rose Hill Nurseries presented an extraordinary display at Madison Square Garden. This remarkable exhibition transformed the venue into a literal garden, captivating audiences and elevating the cultural status of roses and orchids. Rosehill Nurseries also boasted an impressive collection of hydrangeas, showcasing varieties sourced from both Asia and Europe. These flowers carried rich symbolic meaning that evolved across cultures. In Edo, Japan, hydrangeas were seen as symbols of gratitude and apology, while in early Europe, these were often associated with arrogance. Adding to the nursery's extensive collection was the introduction of the winter-blooming lily of the valley in 1871. This delicate flower held deep cultural significance, becoming Finland's national flower and a symbol of good luck and happiness. By blending historical symbolism with botanical innovation, Rosehill Nurseries created a garden experience that was as meaningful as it was beautiful. In addition to its celebrated roses, orchids, and hydrangeas, Rosehill Nurseries became a hub for ferns and ornamental plants. Among the most popular offerings were Boston ferns, which could be purchased for just 25 cents, equivalent to about $6 today. These affordable yet elegant plants became a staple in homes and gardens, showcasing Siebrecht's dedication to making botanical beauty accessible to a wide audience. Ornamental plants and topiaries were another hallmark of the nursery. Cultivated with great precision and care, Rosehill employed hundreds of highly skilled gardeners, each a master of their craft. These specialists ensured that every plant, from the simplest fern to the most intricate ornamental shrub, met the highest standards of quality and artistry. Outside the ornate glass houses of Rosehill Nurseries lay an equally impressive outdoor landscape. The avenue of pin oaks, designed to mimic a city grid, provided a picturesque setting for leisurely strolls while also serving as a practical layout for transporting equipment and supplies. Beyond this tree-lined avenue, visitors encountered a diverse collection of flora, including Norway spruces, ginkgos, ornamental shrubs, decorative vines, fruit trees, and shade trees. Among the prized specimens were the Pinus cembra, or Swiss stone pines, and parameter box trees, which added a touch of elegance to the grounds. Rosehill Nursery even played a pivotal role in delivering 18 ginkgo trees from Asia to New York Botanical Garden. These remarkable trees, known for their resistance to disease and insect infestations, could live for over 2,500 years and were capable of forming aerial roots, a testament to their resilience and historical significance. Beyond his role as nurseryman, Siebrecht was a passionate advocate for horticultural education. He frequently shared his expertise through lectures, such as those presented at the Torrey Botanical Club. In these talks, he discussed cultivation techniques for tropical plants and provided insights into the managing common orchid diseases and pests. Siebrecht cautioned orchid growers against improper watering practices, noting in Science Journal that overwatering could close the stomata, while insufficient moisture could attract insects. Rosehill's 1894 catalog also highlighted Siebrecht's innovative method for cultivating aquatic plants. He recommended creating a nutrient-rich environment using a compost of loam, sand, silt, clay, decomposed manure, and bone meal to nurture these delicate species. This meticulous approach not only ensured the success of aquatic plants, but also exemplified Siebrecht's commitment to advancing horticultural knowledge. Through his botanical endeavors, lectures, and innovative techniques, Siebrecht left an enduring legacy in the world of horticulture. Rosehill Nursery stood as a testament to his vision, creativity, and dedication to the art and science of gardening. By the early 1900s, Rosehill Nurseries had reached the height of its success, becoming a sprawling botanical empire. Visitors to the estate could enjoy tea at the home of Siebrecht Jr., surrounded by rows of plants, towering trees, and an impressive network of 68 glasshouses. The property, which originally spanned 40 acres, had expanded to 90 acres, stretching all the way to the Hutchinson River. Advertisements from this era prominently featured one of the nursery's most distinctive landmarks, a towering coal silo. This silo, essential for heating the hothouses, was depicted with wisps of smoke curling into the air, a symbol of the sophisticated infrastructure that kept the nursery running year-round. Another striking feature was the water tower, located near the New Rochelle Water Company, which underscored the nursery's advanced water distribution system. These innovations not only supported the nursery's operation, but also showcased its commitment to staying at the forefront of horticultural technology. The intricate system that powered the nursery's extensive network of hothouses and greenhouses was a marvel of engineering. Glass houses, as the term implies, are made from glass and have subcategories. Greenhouses, the most common of these, were large structures designed to let in plenty of natural light, providing a controlled environment for delicate plants. Hothouses, on the other hand, were heated structures, essential for growing tropical plants that required warmth and protection from the elements. These buildings relied on coal-powered systems to maintain the necessary temperature, allowing for year-round cultivation. The logistics of running such a vast operation were equally impressive. The office, located at what is now 138 Perth Avenue, served as the nerve center for managing the flow of people, plants, and supplies. On the property's right side stood a building dedicated to packaging and shipping plants to customers nationwide. Hill Nurseries offered free shipping and handling, using horse-drawn buggies to deliver their goods. One memorable image captures the bustling activity of the nursery, 4 buggies filled with plants, ready to make their way to the customers. This scene exemplifies the dedication of the nursery's staff, who often went to great lengths to ensure timely delivery. In one anecdote, a delayed installation required workers to stay overnight near White Plains, a testament to their commitment to excellence. In the early 20th century, Rochelle Nurseries expanded its shipping capabilities with a new location on Main Street in downtown New Rochelle, conveniently situated near the railroad. This strategic move facilitated the efficient transportation of goods, including large trees and exotic plants. Notable shipments included pineapples sent to Hawaii's Closs Speckles, a prominent sugar magnet. However, the nursery's reliance on railroads came with challenges. Siebrecht's niece, Pauline Siebrecht Lorenz, recalled the difficulties her uncle faced when the New York-Westchester-Boston Railway condemned part of the property for expansion. Despite the setbacks, Siebrecht fought back, winning a lawsuit in 1919 that awarded him nearly $10,000. Pauline, with a mix of frustration and admiration, remembered her uncle's dedication, saying, "Uncle Henry put the darnest lot of rhododendrons down the woods. Underneath those trees, everywhere were rhododendrons, but no hybrids." The railway continued to disrupt the nursery, cutting down trees and destroying plants. Siebrecht's persistence paid off when he secured an additional $90,000 settlement. Nevertheless, the construction of a towering 10-foot rail line across the property forced him to adapt. He built an elaborate water pipe system and an underpass beneath the tracks to maintain operations. Visitors today can still find remnants of this history, including a concrete wall that once supported the underpass. Rochelle Nurseries was celebrated for its landscape designs, which graced both public and private spaces and garnered widespread recognition. Siebrecht's designs were featured in print media and high-profile events, such as John D. Rockefeller Jr.'s wedding. Among Siebrecht's most notable projects were Barnum's Hippodrome, Fairmont Park in Philadelphia, the New York Botanical Garden, Coney Island Resort, Rockefeller's Kykuit Estate, and Chicago's World Fair, called the Columbia Exposition. Rose Hill's contribution to World Fairs also brought acclaim, including a gold medal at the 1915 Panama Pacific Exposition. The closure of Rochelle Nurseries was the result of both personal tragedies and shifting family dynamics. Between 1890 and 1923, Henry Siebrecht Sr. endured the heartbreaking loss of 4 children, Arthur, William, Walter, and Charles, as well as his wife, Emma. Some of these losses may have been linked to the 1918 flu pandemic, which devastated families worldwide. In 1924, Henry Siebrecht Sr. remarried Nellie Jewel Angstrom and downsized the business. The shipping office was relocated to Perth Avenue and a new residence was established with 2 glass houses on 5 acres, which served as the heart of the business for several years. Eventually, as Henry Sr. aged, he and Nellie moved to Boynton Beach, Florida, where they continued operating a small horticultural business, maintaining their lifelong dedication to plants and gardening. Before leaving New Rochelle, Henry Siebrecht demonstrated his gratitude to one of his most devoted employees, Marzio Camardella, an Italian immigrant who had worked with him for over 40 years. In 1932, Siebrecht purchased additional lots and sold a house and land to Marzio's son, Henry Camardella, for the symbolic price of $1. This act of generosity reflected Siebrecht's deep respect for the workers who had helped build the nursery into a thriving enterprise. Marzio continued running the business for 6 more years until his passing in 1938. According to Pauline Siebrecht, he left that portion of the remaining nursery to the man that was with him, Henry. He got the 5 acres and the business and everything else. Although Rose Hill Nurseries faced challenges over the decades, its legacy endured through the dedication of both the Siebrecht family and the Camardella family. By 1938, the Siebrechts retained some of the land through the Mountain Vernon Trust Company while fulfilling Henry Sr.'s promise to Marzio Camardella to pass along the property of the nursery. After Marzio's death, the land transitioned to his daughter-in-law, Margaret Abate Camardella, in 1940. The property remained under the stewardship of the Camardella family, with Margaret Santor and Henry Jr. Camardella acquiring it in 1962, followed by their son, Henry III, in 1984. This continuity marked 5 generations of Henrys, who nurtured and preserved the spirit of Rose Hill Nurseries. Today, Rose Hill Nurseries thrives on Webster Avenue in New Rochelle. It continues to offer a wide range of horticultural services, honoring the legacy of Henry Siebrecht and maintaining the excellence that defined the nursery's reputation for over a century. The story of Rose Hill is not just one of plants and flowers. It is a testament to the resilience, innovation, and the enduring impact of a visionary's passion.